Hi guys, tonight's video is going to be about the new Viper Scale V1 to 4 gear adapter kit. So when Viper Scale came out with these, I was pretty stoked, pretty excited about it. I've been waiting for to see if there's another chassis out there that I would be able to run my 4 gear funny cars with, other than Jag Hobbies, which Jag Hobby cars, the DR1 GTs, they're a great car. They run quick, but I'm always willing to see what else is out there to be able to put onto these cars and make them, a little bit more competitive. So Viper Scale comes out with the V1 to 4 gear adapter kit. Picked one up, and so that's what tonight's video is going to be about, is just trying to see if this will fit underneath that, and going from there. So let's go ahead and get into the kit here, see what it comes with. So right away we got, I'll just use this little larger scale or a little larger diameter front tire to go with it. And I think that's to make sure that there's enough clearance between the, I don't know, the track and the shoe, or make sure that there's make sure there's no rubbing of any sort from the body, possibly. So you got a pair of those. Also the, oops, fumble fingers. Also the, goodness sakes, well, pickup shoe. Okay, so it's the same length pickup shoe. The only difference is it's got a little bit of curl here at the top. I think that's to make sure there's no contact with the pickup shoe, and I'm going to assume maybe the front axle, being that you're kind of extending the front axle out a little bit. So a pair of those. The adapter itself. Now this adapter glues on to, there's two holes there right behind the front axle there that this glues on into. And then the bracket itself to be able to go around the chassis to get that funny car body to fit on there. So before I started this video, I kind of like to pre-fit stuff to make sure everything's going to fit right. That way I kind of know what I'm coming into. And one thing I noticed is, I'm going to go ahead and pull these wheels off of here. I'm going to put the bracket on here, and I'm going to show you guys something here in just a second. So the bracket itself actually fits fine on the car. It's got a nice tight fit. It's definitely kind of hard to get back off, and that's what you're kind of wanting, is something that's going to fit on there pretty tight. So here's a 4-gear body. My little Ed Roth Ratfink car that I had painted up from a guy off of eBay. That was a couple years ago, so some of the decals have kind of rubbed off, whatnot. So it's kind of been my little rat rod thing. But we need that right now. So it fits fine into this 4-gear body. If I could get my fumble fingers to work, it'll fit fine. Goodness sakes. Yeah, there we go. So so that's how the clip looks on there without the adapter on there and whatnot. It is a bit wobbly. There's some play in there, so I'm not sure if there's something that can be done to kind of solidify that a little bit. And maybe it's just I don't want to say a defect in the bracket itself, but well, for whatever reason, it's got a little bit of slop in there, a little bit of play. Okay, and that might be fine with some people. And then, so I decided, well, let's go ahead and see how that fits onto the funny car, or the funny car body. And what I noticed was that there's a couple tabs on the inside of this funny car body that I had to shave off a little bit. And I guess I should have made the video about me shaving these little tabs off a little bit, but and I tried this out with a couple different bodies just to make sure that it wasn't just this one car, that it had to be done with all the bodies. But on the inside of here, I'm not sure how well I'm gonna be able to see this, but on the inside of here, there's two little tabs on each end of these things that kind of stick out just a little bit further than this body. So like I said, I'm not sure if it's just a manufacturer deal or what, or if it's the bracket. I'm just saying what I noticed is that I had to just shave this little tab off kind of flat on both sides in order to make this bracket fit just a little bit better. So I'm going to say that if guys do go this route and you think it fits just fine, then great. Then I'm glad it works for you. But I decided I needed to shave these little tabs off just a little bit more. And it really doesn't take much in order to get this one to fit just a little bit better. So that's how that sits without the adapter kit on there right now. And it's still got the same play in it. But like I said, that could be fine, you know, depending on if you're okay with that. Another thing is you may or may not want to remove this back piece back here. It doesn't seem to have a real big effect on the fitment of the bracket. The only thing it does is kind of shove this plastic piece just a little bit further up. I'm going to go ahead and remove it anyhow, just because I don't want it getting in any way of installing the rest of the stuff in the video. So pull that out, get that out of there, and go ahead and show it without that plastic piece in the back there, the parachute package. So that's how it sits without that piece back there. Like I said, it didn't really make much of a difference. I guess it's just, you know, for appearance wise, whatever. And I'll be adding the wheelie bars onto this back end here sooner or later. So anyhow, so let's get into the actual installing of the bracket kit, or the adapter kit. So first things first is you want to take off the shoes here. Be real careful. Set those fellers aside. Just be aware that there are springs in there. You don't want to lose the springs. And like I said, so these are shoes that came off the car. These are the ones in the adapter kit. Got a little curl at the top. Set those off to the side. You don't want a chance reinstalling them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull those springs out. There we go. And then the kit itself, or the adapter piece itself, actually goes in like so. So you can see where the two holes are at to where they should be going. Okay, and it should fit just like that. It should fit nice and snug, which it is, but you are going to want to glue it in if you can get it back out. So they did leave a little bit of a groove here on the bottom of it to be able to slide your guide pin in and out. Go ahead and get some glue on that fella. And I think that should do it. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, fits good, looks good. Kind of like me. Yeah, glue on the bottom. We'll go ahead and let that sit for a little bit. And we'll get into some of the other stuff here. So like I said earlier, the tires are a bit bigger diameter. Almost kind of reminded me of little mud boggin tires. So I know these things can be kind of a pain to kind of just roll on there. When I am struggling tonight. Okay, all right, there we go. Make sure they're fully in the groove. Get those little flat spots out. I'm gonna go ahead and put that guy back on there. Pull that guy off. Put the other big fat tire on there. Yeah, we're struggling here. Gee whiz. Definitely not a pro at putting these type of tires on. Goodness sakes. I might actually have to take this to an actual tire shop for crying out loud. Okay, all right. Well, I guess I'll just stop being a wuss and get it on there. All right, so make sure those are nice and flat, which they are. Pull that filler back off. See how well this is cured. Yeah, I think we're all right. I think that's dry enough to be able to put it back together. So, springs first. Besides brush barrels, springs are the ones I always seem to lose. Okie dokie. Next come the old pickup shoes. Slide those fellers in there. Real genteel like. Get that thing to slowly push over the front end there. Gentle is the name of the game. I have to use a pair of tweezers to get that to pop over the edge. Hey, there we go. Winner, winner. Tension seems to be all okay. Next victim. There we go. Man, I'm actually surprised I didn't lose anything. Normally I shoot these things halfway across the room. Then I'm up all night looking for it. Then I'm getting all mad. All right, so anyhow, go ahead, slide that filler back in, get the axle back in there, and should just be just about ready to get that body on. Make sure I push it in a little far enough. Almost there. I mean, that one's in all the way. All right, well, I think that'll work. So there it is. Make sure I don't got no extra parts laying around that I forgot to put in. So there it is. Like I said, everything looks to be fitting just fine. Not real, I mean, I don't know, I might have to curl I might have to curl those pickup shoes a bit further back. This one here does seem to be kind of rubbing on the front axle there. But maybe that won't make a difference when it's on the track or whatnot. Okay, go ahead and get the old body on there, and then we'll put it down the track and see how it does. All right, so that is how it looks with the body on. Still, once again, that slight sloppiness, wobble to it. And sideways, it seems to be pretty tight. It's just, you know, it's just got some hellacious suspension going on there. All right, let's go ahead and get it on the track and go from there, see how it does. Hi guys, it is the next day. I did have a previously recorded clip of me just showing what the Viper Scale V1 Alki Funny car could do, but I didn't really like it. So I kind of wanted to make a comparison between the Viper Scale Alki Funny car chassis and the DR1 or the Jag Hobbies DR1 GT chassis. Both are great chassis. I just wanted to show you a comparison. That way you can make an educated guess as to whether, yeah, I want to go ahead and purchase a Viper chassis of whatever sort you might want to do, plus the 4-gear adapter kit, or do you want to stick with the Jag Hobbies DR1 GT or whatever chassis you might be running underneath your 4-gear bodies. So I decided let's go ahead and just make another video, try to show the comparisons, and let you make an educated guess, you know, after this. So let's get to it. I'm going to run each car down one lane, going to make one pass with each car. It's going to show you the ETs and the miles per hour and some information like that, help you make that educated guess. And then we'll get back into the rest of the video after that. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and stage up the Ron Cap's DR1 GT from Jag Hobbies, and then we'll compare it with the Viper Scale Funny Alki car with the 4-gear adapter on it.
Left lane ET 1000.4008. Right lane ET 0.7619. Right lane 1.
All right, guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and stage up the Viper Scale Alki Funny car with the 4-gear adapter and see how it compares with the Jag Hobbies DR1 GT.
Left lane ET 1000.4008. Right lane ET 0.5733. Right lane 1.
All right, guys, so there you have it. The comparison between the Jag DR1 GT with the funny car body on it, or the Viper Scale Funny Alki chassis with the 4-gear adapter on it. Pretty big distance between the two. I love both chassis. I'm going to continue to use both chassis. So I hope that helps anybody out there with their decision making as to whether they want to go ahead and get the adapter kit for their Viper Scale V1 chassis, or if they want to stick with whatever chassis they're currently running in their 4-gear car. So thanks for watching. I hope this helps, and we'll see you on the next one.